Hey everybody, Zach here. Welcome back to the channel, and we're going to talk about Etoro today, and in particular what it will mean for the price of Shiba Inu. And here's the thing with Etoro. We didn't really see this coming, but we've had all signs pointing that it's pretty soon, at least in the last couple weeks. And they've been pretty hilarious, quite frankly, on Twitter. And I know a lot of you out there have been following them on Twitter. We're going to go over some of the latest tweets, very cryptic tweets. They're pulling a page out of Elon Musk's book a little bit, but we're going to go over that. And I think it is really close. It does take a little bit of time, and they kind of talk about that in some of the latest tweets, related to behind the scenes things. A lot of times it's tech related, things that I think a lot of us don't understand, but that's okay. We just want to see it listed here soon. So we're going to get into all the details. And what I also want to do in this video is just give you some more background on Etoro. So I did a little digging, did some research here on Etoro. And their growth has been ridiculous, quite frankly. In 2020 and 2021, they've really boosted up their numbers in terms of new people coming to the platform, the amount of assets they've added, the amount of money that is now just locked up in their exchange. So we're going to talk about those sort of things as well. If at any time you get some value, just give it a thumbs up. That's all I ask. And also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're just popping in for the first time, we hope you stay for a long time. So, and let's just get right into it. So we're here on Etoro's website here, and we'll start right here. This big number here: connect with over 20 million traders. So, we've been talking a lot about Coinbase, and they've got upwards to 50 million, which I think obviously will be a big catalyst in its own right. And but Etoro maybe flies under the radar a bit, and maybe because it's not as popular in the US, but it is gaining popularity. Maybe a lot of people that are located in the US, maybe like myself, maybe forget about it. And quite frankly, I had no idea that they had 20 million active traders, and they've been really boosting up their numbers as of late. And let's jump into that article real quick and talk about that a little bit. So scroll down here, and this is a quote from the co-founder and CEO of Etoro. We saw this trend accelerate in 2021, and the first quarter continues. Etoro's strong track record of growth. Etoro saw a 214% increase in the numbers of new registrations on the platform compared to the same period in 2020. 214% increase. That's massive. And a lot of these exchanges doing better in 2020 and 2021 as more and more people get into crypto. I think a lot of people were at home and looking away maybe to spend their stimulus check or just some extra money. They weren't vacationing. Why not? Let's get into crypto, right? There's a lot of variables there, but 214% increase in number of new registrations here. That's big. This means that Etoro welcomed 3.1 million new registered users in the first quarter alone of 2021. This compares to 5.2 million new registered in the entire year of 2020. So not only did they grow a lot in 2020, they're growing even more right now as we're talking together here. I mean, they're continuing to grow in 2021. All right, so we scroll down here. There's a couple other interesting tidbits I want to get to. And this entire article by Yahoo Finance, a really good one. You could Google this if you want to read the whole article. Etoro demonstrates accelerated growth with latest results. This was back in June they put this together. Etoro was founded in 2007, which is also something I had no idea. They've been around for a long time. With the vision of opening up the global markets so that everyone can trade and invest in a simple and transparent way. Today, Etoro's global community of more than 20 million registered users. So I just kind of wanted to reiterate 20 million registered users there for Etoro. Due to its simplicity, and a lot of people speak to its simplicity. A lot of people that I have looked at when I looked at some reviews on Etoro, because I was getting ready to download the app, I just wanted to kind of get an idea of what it looks like. I started reading some reviews. Man, people rave about the simplicity of the app design. So, that has a lot to do with the user experience and what the investor ends up going with, what app they like the most, right? So due to its simplicity of the platform, users can easily buy, hold, and sell assets, monitor their portfolio in real time, transact whenever they want. So this is an app that I'm planning on downloading just to kind of get a better idea of kind of how it works. And again, go check out this entire article because they go through a lot of details about Etoro and its growth over the past few years. But I just wanted to highlight a few here. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. But let's head over to Twitter here, because this is where it really gets interesting. So this is the Ask Etoro team, and a few days ago they essentially said, hey, we're going to list SHIB. We just don't know when it's going to be. So it's not a question of if anymore, it's just a question of when. So here we go. We got a little bit of insight here yesterday on that question. So yes, we know you hear it from everyone, but on this hashtag World Listening Day, I wanted it to be Listing Day, World Listening Day, we wanted to remind you that we are actually here for you all year long to listen to your questions, complaints, suggestions, and even jokes. Oh, and happy Sunday. First off, whoever's running the social media at Etoro, fantastic job. Kudos to all of you, because I know it can't be one person. For all those asking about SHIB, please refer to this. And then they put together this. They actually, embedded this former tweet from Etoro from a few days ago. Expectation, we want to list an asset, listed. Everybody thinks it just happens overnight, right? Essentially is what they're saying. And they're right here. I mean, this stuff does take time. Reality, we want to list an asset, tech stuff, listed, right? So there's a lot of technical behind the scenes things. Again, I don't understand a lot of the stuff, and I know a lot of people out there listening don't either, but that's okay. And maybe you do. If you do, drop something down in the comments. Maybe we can all learn something from you. But so we scroll down here. Are we at the tech stuff stage or stuff stage? Crypto Millionaire, which a great response, by the way. Provoked a response from Ask Etoro team here. Let's just say we're at one of the stuffs. We scroll down here. Does this help? So close that I could taste it. That was yesterday. So how close, we don't know. But hey, they're having fun with this thing, and the more and more they talk about SHIB, obviously the more exposure for themselves, the more exposure for SHIB. So it's a win-win situation. I totally get it. But real quick, as a quick reminder to kind of harken back on one point that, or one instance rather, that really helped SHIB way back in the day, right? So SHIB had a huge rise in price after the Binance listing. And that's why we always talk about these, exchanges as major catalysts, because this is how it, one of the big reasons why it set all-time highs back in May. Obviously, Bitcoin was killing it, and the entire market was killing it too, which helps, right? Altcoins usually do better than Bitcoin and Ethereum when they're in the bull runs. But one of the big catalysts, standalone, as something just specific to SHIB, was Binance. And so they basically came out and said that they were going to list SHIB. It soared up by 130%. And then an additional, this is when this article was written, then an additional 13% after the Binance listing. So you can see how these can be major catalysts, and I wouldn't expect anything less than something like Etoro and Coinbase. At least put them together. I think it can show the results that Binance did. Binance is huge. I mean, it's the biggest, right, on a global scale. But you combine Coinbase and Etoro, now you're talking 70 million. Potential new users. Now, a lot of those people may already have the asset, but you get my drift, right? There's a lot of new people that are going to be exposed to SHIB, and I think that's a good thing. So let's take a look at the price real quick before we get up on out of here. At the 6.2 level here, again, I think a great time to get in. I keep stressing this. We're talking about it all the time over in the private community and the Discord too. And there's only been 2 instances where it's gotten lower than this in its existence, at least I say in its existence, but in this significant time period since May, we'll say, right? There's been 2 instances where it's gotten lower than this price right here. And those are the 5.5 levels. So we've touched on that, and we'll continue to harp on that. But if you want to come over to the private community, I'll link this down in the description too. And this is our Patreon package. Let me know if you have any questions about this. There's a lot of great people we're learning from over there. If you want to be a part of it, come on over and join us. And have a good rest of your day, morning, night, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you very soon.